Exactly. And they're just standing there patiently, held by what looks like a really tiny, thin rope around one leg.
It looks completely wrong, doesn't it? Like physically impossible.
Totally. You just think, why don't they just snap it, just walk away?
It's a really striking image, and actually, it's the heart of the piece we're looking at today, a source called The Elephant's Limitation.
Right.
It uses that exact scene, that perplexing observation, to explore something quite powerful about belief.
Precisely. So our mission for this deep dive is to get past just looking at the scene. We really want to unpack the story the source tells.
Understand the why behind it all.
Yeah, figure out why these elephants don't break free, and crucially, pull out the lesson it has for you, because it's surprisingly relevant.
So the source talks about this traveler, right? Sees this exact thing, massive elephants, tiny ropes, and he's baffled.
Naturally.
So he goes and asks the trainer, what's going on here?
And the trainer's answer, well, that's where the real insight starts to click, according to the source.
Yeah, the trainer explains that when these elephants were just babies, much, much smaller, obviously weaker,
Okay.
they were tied up with that same kind of rope, the exact same size.
Oh, okay, starting to see.
And back then, as babies, they tried everything. They pulled, they struggled like mad. But the rope was strong enough to hold them back then. They simply failed. They couldn't break it.
So eventually they just gave up. They stopped trying.
Exactly. And the really impactful part, the thing the source really highlights, is what happens next.
Which is?
Now, even though they're huge, incredibly strong, way stronger than that rope,
Yeah.
they still operate under the belief that they can't break it. That past failure, that past limitation from when they were small.
Became like an internal rule for them, a truth they just accepted.
Precisely. It's fascinating, isn't it? How a learned belief formed way back completely overrides their current physical reality.
So it's not really the rope holding the adult elephant.
Not at all. It's the memory. The memory of trying and failing when they were weak. They basically concluded this rope is unbreakable, and they stopped questioning it.
They stopped seeing it as something they could even test now.
Right, because they couldn't break it then.
Wow. Okay, so that's the core message the source is getting at then. It kind of forces us to look inwards.
Definitely. It asks us, well, how often do we carry around these sort of small ropes from our own past?
Things we tried, maybe a new skill or, I don't know, facing some challenge.
Yeah, or a personal goal, maybe.
And it felt too hard at the time, or maybe we actually failed back then.
And just like the elephant in the story, we internalize it.
Yeah.
We learn that limitation.
So we might stop trying now in the present.
Yeah, exactly. Not because we're actually incapable now. Not at all.
But because we remember struggling or failing when we were, less experienced or maybe just not ready yet.
That old feeling of limitation becomes a belief that dictates what we do, or maybe what we don't do today.
The source really pushes this idea that the truth now could be completely different. You're not the same person you were when you first hit that rope.
Absolutely not. You've grown, you've learned things, you're stronger, maybe more resilient.
Your capabilities now are probably, well, vastly different from back then.
For sure. But that ingrained memory, that feeling of, I can't do this because you couldn't do it before, man, that could be incredibly sticky.